Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we have got Volume 22 of the disturbing part of the internet series from Edoxia Mysteries. And we don't get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button and subscribe button, comments, thing down below. If you liked out the channel with a donation, you can leave a super thanks or a link to our PayPal is in the description. Let's go.
My name is Just.
Jesus, just that picture of him just caught me off guard. My boy didn't like the look of that guy. This guy, my boy does not like the look of him.
Justin Moan. I'm the commander of America's national network of militias, which you may know of as Moan's Militia. I now give the following order for all militia and patriots across the United States of America. All federal employees are to be killed on sight. All FBI, IRS, and other federal law enforcement offices, as well as federal courthouses, are to be sieged around the country. All federal agents, U.S. Marshals, federal judges, and Border Patrol are to be killed or else captured, tortured for information, and publicly executed for betraying their country.
On January 30th, 2024, Justin Moan, a 32-year-old YouTuber, uploaded a video titled Moan's Militia, Call to Arms for American Patriots. The video begins with Moan facing the camera and reaching out for something. A few seconds later, he reveals what appears to be the decapitated head of his own father, Michael Moan. The video quickly became one of the darkest ever uploaded to the platform.
So don't think this has anything to do with race.
Sorry, I was looking for I have a container of thumbtacks. Because I have tacks that are just on my table. I'm worried I'm going to hit them. And then get pinned by them. But I'll have to do it after this video. Because I can't find the thing. It's usually on the table. I film on, but it's not here.
This is an ideological and spiritual war. And when I filed a complaint to the FBI of this labor racketeering, they showed up at my door to threaten me with arrest. Meanwhile, in two separate lawsuits of mine, the federal judges hid the evidence from the public. We now know the enemy is on our soil and better funded than us. They have many of our public officials bribed, and they have connections to socialists, communists, and globalists all over the world.
Okay, so this is the guy who's lost his mind. This is the guy who's lost his mind, and apparently I think he shows the head of his own father, if I heard that right. So yeah, this guy's lost his mind and is batshit fucking insane. That's who this guy is. Okay, got it.
World who have even more money to place bribes or hire mercenaries with.
In the video, Moan claims that every politician, federal officer, and government worker is a traitor. He then announces a $1 million bounty for the death of each of them, urging his so-called followers to kill any government worker they see on sight. He also claims that he started this revolution by killing his own father, an FBI officer who had served for 20 years.
While we siege federal buildings and hunt down federal employees at their homes or anywhere else they may be hiding, I asked for local Pennsylvania and New Jersey militia to act as my personal security force and form a protective zone around me to kill any federal agent who attempts to arrest or kill me. I am now officially the acting president of America under martial law. If Joe Biden does not abdicate, then capture him and bring him to me in Pennsylvania. General Charles Brown.
Dude, I bet your followers are like 5 people. That's about it. You probably have no follow. In fact, I bet you have no follow. I bet no one even knows who the fuck your ass is until this video came out.
General Lloyd Austin, and all other active American military generals. Now is our last chance to retake America from the traitors.
On the day of the incident, Denise Moan, Justin's mother, left the house around 2 p.m., leaving her son and husband alone. Seeing this as an opportunity, Justin shot his father in the head and then proceeded to behead him with a kitchen knife, all because he believed his father was a traitor to the country. He then started recording himself, claiming to be the new president of the country and calling for violence against the government. After 5 hours, Denise returned home to find her husband's decapitated body in the bathroom, surrounded by a large amount of blood. A machete and a large knife were also found in the bathtub. The cops were called and discovered Michael's head in a cooking pot in a bedroom next to the bathroom. They also discovered bloodstains on the desk in the room where the video was recorded, along with a computer that had several tabs open, YouTube being one of them. By the time Dennis returned home, Justin had already left, taking his father's car with him, The video was taken down just minutes
course.
after it was uploaded, and Moon was captured 100 miles away from his home. He was arrested on serious charges of first-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and possession of instruments of crime. As authorities continued their investigation, they uncovered further evidence of Moon's deteriorating mental state, including self-published writings and disturbing songs. Among them was a book he wrote titled Second King, the Messiah of Earth, and another one titled They Will Burn This Book. He also produced multiple misogynistic and racist songs, most of which have since become lost media.
That is insane. This guy's fucking insane. This guy lost his fucking mind. That's all he did. He lost his fucking mind.
He seems completely out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
He even claimed that his own public defender was a federal agent working against him and wrote a letter to Russia's ambassador to the United States asking for refuge. In the letter, he also apologized to President Putin for claiming to be the Tsar of Russia. Unsurprisingly, his request was declined. By the way,
I bet his request wasn't even aware. I bet no one even knew he flew the... I bet the Russian people don't even know he sent it.
just a quick reminder, if you liked the video so far, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date.
I can't get away from this guy. Nick Crowley, Nexpo, and him have all done videos almost simultaneously of each other on the same fucking guy. I'm going to skip this because Nick Crowley does a whole thing on it and Nexpo does a whole thing on it, and I need to figure out which one of theirs I'm going to do, but it's the same fucking channel. They focus on the same fucking thing, so I'm not wasting my time with it.
Ian Foot is a 49-year-old YouTuber who makes videos documenting his life and sharing his thoughts on almost everything. On the surface, his videos seem quite normal, and he appears to be just like any other creator. However, as you dig deeper, you'll discover the life of one of the most insane men on the internet. The description of his
Really?
channel is equally disturbing. It reads, "I carry this vast anger in me. I want to scream in people's faces, and I've been alone too long. I've started talking to people who aren't here, saying the things I didn't get to say, stuck in a loop. So, I decided that I would just vent on the internet, scream at the world." One of his videos, uploaded on July 27th of this year, entitled "I Want to Hurt People," starts off with Ian explaining how he has lost any interest in women and wants to harm him.
I'm a violent misogynist. I don't even want to have sex with them anymore. I don't even want to have sex with them. I don't find them attractive anymore. I just want to beat the shit out of them.
He went on to express even more hatred towards women, saying how he wants to, quote, "beat the shit out of them." Initially, people thought he was probably just trolling, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
I really am, genuinely. I really am a violent misogynist. I just want to knock them to the ground and kick them and stomp on them. I just want to hurt them. I just want to hurt them.
He even mentioned how he wishes to go to Texas, buy guns, and then return to Canada to kill all the feminists.
I really want to go to Texas and buy a bunch of guns. And come back up here to Canada and start killing feminists.
Where is this guy located in Canada? Does anyone know? Just out of curiosity, does anyone know where this guy's located?
I never thought that I would end up like this. And this is how it is. I've been slandered so many times in so many ways.
His current channel is just 1 month old, but he has been uploading videos on YouTube for a long time. His previous channel was taken down for obvious reasons. On that channel, he uploaded another video titled, "I just want to kill everyone. I don't want a happy ending. Things are too effed up to save."
I don't want a happy ending anymore. I don't want a happy ending anymore. There's no future ahead of me that isn't completely consumed with fear and misery and pain and hate. And all I want is death. And I want to take you down with me. If I had 1,000,000 wishes, it wouldn't matter. If I had an infinite number of wishes, it still wouldn't matter. I don't care anymore. I don't want a good outcome. I don't want a happy ending anymore. I just want to kill you all of you. I don't want to rule you. I don't want to conquer you. I just want to exterminate you. I want to die.
Yeah, this guy's crazy. Yep, this guy's lost. This guy's insane. This guy's lost the plot. Yeah, very bizarre individual.
And I want to take you with me.
Honestly, a lot of his old videos are now lost media, but we have some of them archived. According to his videos, he seems like he's frustrated with his own life and lives completely alone. His marriage was also a failure, as he and his wife have already separated. In another video titled simply Pain, he expressed how unhappy he is with his life and has accepted it as his fate.
I lack control. I don't like surprises. I'm not happy. I'm not content. I'm not satisfied. I don't smile. I don't laugh. I'm miserable. I've been continuously miserable for years. And I know that this is my fate. I'm extremely unhappy.
In many of his videos, he appears delusional and repeatedly lies about various things. He even claimed to be a martial arts champion, but provided no evidence to support this. Overall, Ian Foot's mental health doesn't seem to be in a good place, and it could potentially be dangerous to those around him.
Yeah, someone definitely needs to get him, like, some help, because he's not okay, and he's a danger to a lot of people.
I'm gonna be cooking my besties, because it's not just one bestie, y'all. We got two besties in here.
It's not cooking animals that landed her in jail, but how she's accused of torturing them before she did it live on YouTube.
And this is a short, yet very disturbing entry. Annie Garmonsi is a 28-year-old YouTuber and a TikToker who was arrested on charges of animal cruelty. The woman would torture and mutilate live animals on camera, disguising them as cooking videos for some views. She would torture rabbits, chickens, frogs, and even pigeons by slowly mutilating them live on camera.
Actually, I'm really hungry right now, like really stabbing. Like I'm stabbing, okay? Welcome back to my YouTube. So.
In one of her videos titled Cooking Frogs, she would cut open a frog's stomach while singing Happy Death Day in a mocking tone. Monsi had 20k subscribers on YouTube, and there were actually people who enjoyed watching her do all of this. They would even encourage her to make even more videos.
Yeah, because there's sick individuals all over the internet. There are sick individuals over the internet, and those sick individuals, to them, it's their way of doing it. It's someone doing it so they don't have to. And they get their satisfaction in their evil thoughts through that.
In the comment section. In a different video, she would place a pigeon in boiling water and then proceed to decapitate it with a knife. I obviously cannot show everything here, but the videos were really disturbing. In yet another video, she was seen holding a hen, which she then proceeded to torture for 30 minutes. All of her videos were taken down, and she was charged with 4 felony counts of aggravated cruelty to animals. On May 2nd, 2017, a Reddit user that went by the username RedIsBlue101 made a post on the subreddit Canada News, confessing to murdering his ex-girlfriend in what he claimed was an act of self-defense. Initially, people were skeptical, wondering if the post was real or just another troll seeking attention. However, as more information emerged, the case turned out to be far more horrifying than anyone had expected. The post was titled, "Wanted for Kitchener Murder, My Side," and began with the user claiming to be devastated by what had happened and stating that they would soon turn themselves in for their crime. It reads as follows: "I understand the early judgments made by society. Distancing myself makes it seem like I'm trying to escape a crime. I'm not. I'm only trying to give myself some space and fully take in what happened before I turn myself in." She was more than a girlfriend, a soon-to-be.
The fact that no one is more destroyed than I am. How about the woman you murdered? You think she's destroyed by this? Her soul, her spirit's destroyed by this? She's no longer alive because of you.
Fiance. She was my everything. What happened that night was nothing but tragic. Looking back, we've been in a relationship for a year and 3 months. This was the first serious long-term relationship for the both of us, so everything we did was a new experience. We traveled the world, our families met, had fights and made up, talked seriously about marriage and kids, the whole deal. I would never physically hurt her in any way. She would occasionally hit or slap me when I said something stupid, but I'd laugh it off. The user went on to recount the entire history.
I mean, in fairness, I get... When I say something stupid and someone smacks me, I'm not surprised by it. But I say something really stupid. But like, you don't be punching me or something like that. That's a different problem.
History of the relationship up until the last
A little smack to... Because it said something really, really stupid. Not surprised by it. I have friends do it, my partner does it, I'm not surprised by it.
month when
I do it to people too. Just stupid.
things slowly started to go south. In the post, they referred to their girlfriend as Melinda. They said, quote, "The last month of our relationship, I started asking her to give me some space so I can work on my job. She started coming less and less like I asked. During March, her friend Anna got pregnant. Melinda and Anna then moved in together because Anna has a big family and wanted privacy in case she keeps a baby. I never met any of Melinda's friends at this stage. 1.2 years in, she told me all her friends only use her. That part was incredibly clear to me. They would only contact her if they needed their hair done or had BF problems, including Anna. 1.3 months in, Melinda and I got into an argument via text and a relationship ended. I went to her apartment that day to try and talk. Every time I tried breaking up with her, she would call my mom or drive down to my house, so this time I figured I'd do the same. Upon arrival, I was confronted by Anna's brother and her boyfriend. A physical altercation took place and the police were involved. At this stage, I knew if we were to patch things up, it would be rough. We didn't see each other for a few weeks. Later on in April, Melinda and I started texting each other again. We agreed to see each other and talk. She was originally supposed to drive down to my house, but felt sick, so I told her I would come and she agreed. Melinda told me Anna and her boyfriend were present. I didn't mind. Upon arrival, it was just Melinda, and she invited me to her room right away. We cuddled and talked. We never spent so much time away from each other. A while later, Anna came back with another friend. She asked Melinda if everything was okay, and Melinda said yes. Anna will attest to this if she is honest. We continued to talk, and finally decided it was worth it to try one more time. However, Melinda didn't want anyone to know, especially her family. She said after the police were involved, and a physical altercation with Anna's brother and BF took place, things wouldn't be right if they knew right away. I agreed we would keep it on the down low until things cooled down. We continued to talk. Anna and her other friend left the house to grab food. We both had everything out, and our relationship was back on track. As I'm getting ready to leave, she asked me if I had done anything with any other girls while we were on a break. I told her we needed to be honest and said yes and told her about it. She started freaking out, wouldn't say a word and just kept slapping me with tears in her eyes. Slaps turned into hits. I told her I was sorry, but if she didn't stop, I'd do something back. She didn't stop. I then stupidly pushed her harder than I expected. She fell against the sink. This was the first time I ever did something physically violent towards her. I told her I was sorry. She said leave. Leave now. I began saying sorry even more and asked if I could get a hug. She was still crying. I go up to her to try and give her a hug. Almost out of nowhere, she grabs a knife by the sink. Initially, I thought she was just going to hold it to try and tell me to leave.
I do not believe this story immediately. Everything about this story is off to me. He has started off fine, and then it turned to now this is where it went awry. This is where his story went awry, and I don't believe him. Because his story is him. I believe, I've seen women do this, where they are separated. The relationship is no longer a thing. Then they get back together, and then they freak out when during the time they were separated, the guy goes and does anything else with another woman. It's so weird. I've seen it so many times, I believe that could happen. And them slapping, sure, it could be done. Women, I've seen that happen too. We've heard stories of that happening. He pushes her, she hits the sink, very aggressive, like a bit harder, she tells him to leave. I see that. Where I don't see that is she go from that to I'm gonna murder you now. Like that's where this goes awry. That's where he's going awry now.
She doesn't. She comes at me in full force, aiming towards my face. I tell her to stop. She doesn't. I try grabbing the knife, but ended up cutting my hands. After a few cuts, I lost it. I freaked out. I was scared and in a state of shock. Never in 100 years did I think she would use a knife against me. Out of shock and fear, I grabbed one. I hit her with it, almost blindly, a few times. I didn't know what happened. I was confused, shocked, and scared. I had no
I have a feeling the reveal's gonna be this is so bullshit.
intentions of that happening. When I left, I honestly thought she just passed out. Then I looked at the blood and started freaking out and just ran. I didn't know for sure she had died until the next day. I honestly had no intention of ever doing that to her. I was protecting myself. The user went on to explain that everything that happened was a spur of the moment reaction and wasn't planned beforehand. They said, quote, "I'm reading the news and they are claiming it was targeted or an act of terrorism. Why would I buy her roses at night if I was planning on killing her? I didn't even go home that night. I always have a passport in the car and decided to just get away for a few days before turning myself in." The user also posted pictures of his final conversation with his girlfriend. In the images, they are seen planning to meet, with the Redditor driving to her house at night. The user's last message reads, "Okay, coming, buzz me in." The post quickly gained attention, with people debating whether it was real or just a hoax. At the end of the post, the Redditor also uploaded pictures of himself and his girlfriend, with both of their faces clearly visible. The man behind the Reddit account, read as Blue101, was 30-year-old Agar Hassan, and his girlfriend was 22-year-old Melinda Vasiliji. Hassan stabbed Melinda 47 times before leaving her on the ground bleeding to death, despite claiming in the Reddit post that he was guilty of his crime and was planning to turn himself in. Hassan fled to the US and attempted to cross the Mexican border in order to escape. However, he was arrested on July 11th.
47 times is not self-defense. That is not self-defense. That's straight murder. That's cold-blooded murder.
2017, more than 2 months after the murder in San Antonio, Texas, by Secret Service agents as part of a dark web currency investigation and brought back to face charges. He was sentenced to life imprisonment and would have to spend 16 years in custody before becoming eligible for parole. Stabbing Melinda 47 times and pleading that it was self-defense doesn't make any sense. Moreover, he didn't call for any help and left her bleeding until she passed away.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.